Today's our lesson is India, size and location. This is the first lesson of geography ninth class. In the first we will see something the basic knowledge of the lines. The lines which you are watching in the globe which are running across it, these lines are known as latitude lines and longitude lines. The lines which are running across the globe in the vertical order, these lines are known as the longitude lines. The number of these lines are 360. Some lines which you are watching here across the earth in the horizontal order, these lines are called the latitude lines. The number of these lines are 180. The network of these lines are very helpful to locate the place in the globe. These lines which are running in the globe, the vertical lines, the longitude lines, in each line there is a gap of more than 100 kilometer, means these two latitude lines, and the longitude lines where the gap between the longitude lines it is under 100 kilometer. So we will see the position of the India in the globe. You will see India lies in the northeast direction. I think many of you who are living in the country have seen their location already in the globe. If you have identify your location of your country, so please send your comment in the comment box. We will see that India is above the line of equator. What is the degree of the equator? Please send in the comment box. What is the line of the equator? It is the longitude lines or latitude lines. Please say also in the comment box. Above the equator line you can see that there is a one more horizontal line which is passing through India, and it divides the country into the two parts. It is a line of Cancer. I am leaving one question and you will send your answer in the comment box. What is the Cancer? But I am telling you, because this line is known as a tropic of Cancer. I am telling the meaning of tropics. In the place in the earth where the sun shines directly in one day in the whole year, those places are known as a tropics or subtropics. We will see that India occupies a very small place in the whole earth. It is near about 2.7% area the India occupy. But you will know also it that six more countries which are larger than India are the Russia, Canada, USA, China, Brazil, Australia, and their area are very larger than India. So our next topic where we are coming and where I am telling to you the longitudinal and latitudinal extent of India. It will also help you to understand the proper area of the country. We'll see the lines which are running across the country in the vertical order. These lines, their degree are starting from the 68 degrees 7 east, and the last line means last longitude extent of India is 97 degree 25 east. This is the last longitude extent of India. The latitudinal extent of India is start from the latitude lines 8 degree 4 north, and the last latitude extent of India is 37 degree 6 north. These are the latitude lines. There are about 29 and half degree lines. There are the 29 and half degree line from west to east and from south to north. The same 29 and half line you will find there from the south to north, and the same sequence of the line you will find from the west to east. Now we'll see that the length of India from west to east, it is 2933 kilometer, and the distance from north to south is 32 and 14 kilometer. So this is a very big area. But if you see that the land boundary of India will start from the Gujarat to and up to the you will say West Bengal, it is the 15,200 kilometer. It means it is the longest coast land boundaries of India in its neighboring countries after China. And the coastal boundary will see that it start from the Gujarat to the end of Bengal. You will see this that this length is near about 7,516.6 kilometer, because in these areas where two groups are lying here, one is Lakshadweep, second is Andaman and Nicobar. These area also comprised in this length. So I think many of the information you know about India, but I am telling you here that the line which is running from west to east direction, this is the latitude lines which I am telling it, but it is not a latitude line, it is the length of India from west to east. The length of India from west to east is 29 and 33 kilometer. But the first you should know it, there is line which are running across India in the vertical order, and the degree of this line is 82 degree and 30 east. This line which basically or mostly divide the country into the two equal halves or parts. Why this line has been drawn? Because you will see that in India, you will see that the distance of India lines of the longitude which is far away from the GMT, means Greenwich Mean Time. The length of India from the GMT is near about 82 and 30 east. It means the distance, if you count it in the hours, it is 5 hours and 30 minutes. I will tell you everything clearly. Actually, there are more than 29 lines are running from west to east direction in the you will say vertical order, and each 15 lines there is one time zone. Actually, how that is happen? Because two vertical lines means two or longitude lines, the gap between the two lines with the sunshine light, it is 4 minutes. Means the sunlight which move from one longitude lines to another longitude line, it will take time to 4 minutes. If you multiply with the 4 minutes, you will find that on the 15 lines the sun will take to reach from one line to 15 lines the time of 1 hour. It means in India there are more than 29 lines. So obviously there are the length of or distance of 2 hours, but any country cannot declare a two time zone. Many of the countries in the world, they have declared their different time zone because their area are very larger, but India's area is not very larger. So India has decided that they would remain with their only one time zone. So our line which is running through the mid of India, it is running across a place in the UP. It is known as Mirzapur. It is in UP, and this place is far away from the GMT. It is 5 hours and 30 minutes. So our watches from the latitudinal order show the only 1 hour time. If the sunlight travel from east to west direction, they will take 2 hours, but our watches tell the only 1 hour time. Clear everyone, student? So it is very important information. Then we are moving to the last topic, that India's position is very significant at the Indian Ocean, because Indian Ocean is the very important part of the earth. How? Because from the 16th century, from the 18th century, more than 80% of the world trade was processing under the Indian Ocean. India and China were the very richest country of the world. So the location of India become very important. And you know also very well, the China was famous for the silk route, and I told it already in some places that there are two silk route. One was on the land route, second was on the water, it was known as the sea route. So many of the people who came to India across the mountain passes, and they settled in India. They were the Greeks, they were the Mughals, they were the Mongols, they were the Arabs, they were the Kushans, there were many people who came to India. Many of them settled, but mostly people have not settled. They came India and as invaders, and they went from India. But many of the people from the Europe, they came across Africa to India, because that time Suez Canal was not built between the two sea, Mediterranean Sea and Mediterranean Sea and Red Sea. So Columbus and many people came to India through the Africa. So this is very important, significant place of India above the Indian Ocean, which make India a very important country of the Indian Ocean. So we can conclude that India become the center of Indian Ocean, number one thing. Second thing, India has the longest coastline boundary, which help for the developed trade of the country, which included the trade more than 90% of the country, which is processed by the coastline of the country. More than 60% of the trade has been processed from the Gujarat coastal boundary. So mostly the ship also traveled through the Indian Ocean. It is also the busiest sea route. Many of the area in the world where the many people went from India to other countries for the trade. Some people went from India for the promotion of their religion, because in India there was the religion which was very popular in India. It was the Buddhism. So Buddhism not only popular in India, but also it became popular in the Japan, China and many of the rest countries of the Southeast Asian countries. So I think student, you could well understand what I am teaching here.